All right, have you ever watched a story that just completely changes gears halfway through? We're talking about a story that starts with one high-stakes plot, solves it, and then immediately jumps into a totally different one. Well, today we're breaking down an absolute masterclass in that kind of chaotic storytelling. Let's get into it. So where does it all begin? With this one proud announcement from Dr. Jatka. You know the setup. Brilliant scientist, incredible new invention. What could possibly go wrong? He's so excited, he has absolutely no idea the mayhem he's about to kick off.
To really get a handle on this, we're going to split this explainer into two acts. And Act 1, the missile menace, begins the second this new invention goes terribly, terribly wrong for our heroes, Motu and Patlu.
So what exactly are we dealing with here? This isn't just any missile. It's smart. It snaps a photo, locks on, and it will not stop. But here's the real kicker. You can't switch it off. There's no off button. Right from the get-go, the stakes are unbelievably high. And of course, here's where it all goes sideways. It's such a simple mistake. They're just admiring the missile, totally innocent, and click, it snaps their picture. That's it. Game over. They're not villains, just a classic case of wrong place, wrong time.
You know it's bad when the guy who made the thing starts screaming. Dr. Jatka's panicked shout sets the tone for this entire first act. This isn't about some clever, complex plan. It's about one thing and one thing only. Run for your life. So this isn't just a straight line of running. Oh no. It's more like a grand tour of every bad idea you could possibly have while being chased by a homing missile. We're about to see a masterclass in comedic desperation right across the town of Furfri-Nagar.
Okay, let's just look at this beautiful list of failures. First, they try hiding under a table. Nope. Next, they ask the local villain, John the Don, for help. He's not interested. All right, how about the law? Inspector Chingam gives it his best shot, but it's no use. Finally, Dr. Jatka pulls out the high-tech solution, holograms, which works for about 5 seconds until Motu moves. You see the pattern? Each attempt gets bigger, and each failure gets funnier.
Right in the middle of all this chaos, Motu drops his signature line. Now, you might just think this is a funny character quirk, but it's not. This is the key. This is the moment that tells us the solution to this high-tech problem isn't going to be another gadget, it's going to be something uniquely Motu.
And what is that uniquely Motu thing? Samosas. That's right. The answer to an unstoppable weapon of mass destruction is a plate of snacks. You just have to appreciate the flawless logic of Furfri-Nagar.
And this is just perfect. The samosas aren't just food. They are a literal video game-style power-up. He eats them, gets this incredible burst of super strength, and suddenly the entire dynamic has changed. He's not running anymore. Now he can finally fight back.
So, how does this whole chase end? After all the complicated plans and gadgets fail, Motu just grabs the missile and throws it into the sky. That's it. Problem solved. It is the absolute perfect punchline. A smart missile gets completely overpowered by pure, samosa-fueled brute force. Okay, the missile is gone. The danger is over. Everyone can finally relax. And then, with zero transition, Patlu asks this, a completely random philosophical question. I mean, talk about a hard left turn. The story just abandons its main plot on a dime and uses this one question to launch a brand new adventure. It's incredible. And just like that, welcome to Act 2. Forget the missile. That's ancient history. This new story is born from that random conversation and a conveniently timed power outage. The new goal? To build the 8th wonder of the world, right there in Furfri-Nagar.
And I love how this gets started. The problem is so mundane, the lights keep going out. Their solution? An absurdly ambitious one. Let's build a giant candle. Not just any candle, a tower-sized candle. The plan is grand, it's simple, and as we're about to see, it's deeply, deeply flawed.
Of course, any grand plan needs a great obstacle. Enter Officer Fox. He's the by-the-book official who has to certify their creation as a real wonder. His super strict personality is the perfect roadblock for our chaotic heroes, setting up a whole new kind of conflict.
So, how does this big plan turn out? Well, if you thought the missile chase was a mess, you haven't seen anything yet. This candle project becomes a step-by-step guide on how not to create a wonder of the world.
This timeline is just a beautiful cascade of errors. Okay, step 1. They actually mold the candle. Success. Step 2. They realize they forgot the wick. Whoops. Step 3, Dr. Jutkov's genius solution is to send Patlu inside with the drill. What could go wrong? Well, step 4, Patlu gets stuck. Every single solution just creates a bigger, more ridiculous problem.
And this right here really sums up the whole joke. What they wanted was a magnificent, stationary wax tower, a monument. What they got was a panicked, running candle with a person trapped inside. The gap between expectation and reality here is just comedy gold.
And here's the brilliant punchline to the whole thing. Their project fails in every single way imaginable. But in doing so, it creates something so bizarre, so unforgettable, that it becomes the eighth wonder. They succeed entirely because they failed so spectacularly.
So in the end, both plots kind of come to the same conclusion, don't they? A smart missile is defeated by a simple snack, and a grand project only succeeds through complete and utter failure. It just goes to show you that in the world of Furfuri Nagar, the greatest achievements aren't planned at all. They're just born from spectacular, wonderful chaos.